having a blessed day. I'm doing alright here. I'm just on my way back from Arkansas. I had to go get my injection in my back today. So, I'm in pain, but I'm making it. Hopefully feel better later tonight. As you can see, the weather don't look too good here. We had a storm the night before last, and if you've seen my short, you can see that we had a tree that had fell over. My husband had brought 3 stray dogs home from his where he works. The mother was there as well. I would say they're probably 12 weeks old. And they were in that dog house when the tree landed on it, but they weren't injured at all. So nobody was injured, or no animals were injured from the tree falling. Did knock our internet out. We'll get that back tomorrow evening. They're supposed to be out to hook it back up. So no TV, because we run our TV off of a Roku box, so we're without TV until then, but that's fine. I can watch videos on my phone if I want to. So other than that, everybody is doing good. Mom's moved into an apartment. As I had told you before, I showed a tour of her apartment. Yesterday was actually her birthday. She turned 71 yesterday. So everything's going good. My husband and I don't think I mentioned this in a previous video, and sorry if you guys hear my tires. I had these new tires put on, and my daughter said they sound like mud tires. I don't know why they make that noise, but the other ones were doing that, and they were new as well. And so I'm thinking it's something else to do with my car other than the tires. That's the reason I got new tires. I thought the other one had a knot on it, but it apparently wasn't the tire. But anyways, I was going to tell you guys that my husband and I moved back to our other house, to our old house, because it is paid for. I'd actually given that house to my youngest daughter, and but we have moved back to that house because we had actually went in debt for this house that we had moved to. It was a brick house. It was built in the 1950s, and it was right across from the school I was telling you. We didn't like it there after school started up. It was just so busy. We couldn't even get our cars out of the driveway. But that's not the reason why we moved. We had a plumber to come out because our toilet got to where it wouldn't flush. And we'd always had a little problems, but our toilet got to where it absolutely wouldn't flush. And I had a plumber to call out, and he said, you're going to have all new lines, and it's going to be at least $4,000. The man that I was buying the house off of failed to tell me that the electrical box had caught on fire. The lights started blinking off and on. Of course, that's a fire hazard. So that kind of scared me, especially leaving, the house and leaving Mom there. Or, if she was taking a nap or something, she may not have known if the house caught on fire or something. Well, the roof was a flat roof. There was actually only one insurance company that would cover the house in my area, which was outrageous. And but the roof started. We had like 15 leaks, and that was from the time we'd moved in. That had been going on. So it was just a bunch of problems. I think the houses are cheaper in my area than some of y'all, because like I said, my mom's only paying $8.45 a month, and that's all bills paid for her apartment, and it's new, newly remodeled and everything. So, but we were paying $59,500 for that house. So, my husband and I decided it was best just to move back to our house that was already paid for. We're buying this from an individual. We did lose the money that we paid down on it, not including that we had put about $600 in redoing the back porch. And so yeah, and we were paying $575 a month there. So, and we lived there about 9 months. So yeah, we did lose quite a bit of money. But we're better off where we are now. So that's why I have not been posting, because we were trying to get my mom moved, trying to get me moved. Of course, I can't live, my mom can't live. So it was, you know, between my son and my son-in-laws and my husband to do everything. So it was really hectic for a few weeks there, moving everything. I think my mom's about got all her stuff straightened up, which my son and my daughters, you know, helped her and everything. My husband and I about got everything straightened up at the house. They're doing some road work through here. So yeah, everything's going good now. So so yeah, that's about the only thing that's going on, is that we moved. And of course, oh, I was gonna say, and you probably seen the video about my pet. I had him 10.5 years. I don't know what was going on. He had, for a couple of months, he had just been kind of, sometimes he'd act fine, sometimes he'd just sit there and stare. Of course, the neighbors in the alleyway would always mess with him, so we're not sure that they didn't poison him or something. I would want to hope that they didn't do anything like that. But anyways, he was fine. We loaded him up into the SUV to bring him back to the house that we previously lived out for about, I think it was like 7 years or something that we lived there before we moved. And we got him out. He was fine, and got him back to the backyard, and he just kind of just laid down. But I could tell he didn't look well. And I told my husband, I said, he absolutely looks like he's about to die. And we gave him water and everything. He was just laying there. I thought maybe he's just adjusted, you know. And within 5 minutes, he was gone. He had already passed away. So we don't know if he never had any health problems all of his life that we ever knew of. So we don't know, you know, was it just his age, or, you know, did they poison him? We don't know, because those people were up all hours of the night. And of course, he would bark. So we don't know. Maybe they did it to silence him, because, you know, there was obviously some activity going on over there. And you know, like I said, there was people driving up and down the alleyway all night, and so he would bark, and we don't know if that could have been the case. But he was fine getting in the car, you know, and everything. So we just don't know. We don't know. Them same people know for a fact that it was them. Did go through a bunch of our stuff, rummage through, throw stuff everywhere. When they noticed we were moving the first night that we didn't stay there, they did take a lot of stuff. But, you know, that's fine. Maybe they needed it worse than we did. I don't know, you know, what their intentions were or whatever. They were known to steal in the neighborhood, so that's a whole other story. But, you know, so, get over and let that truck by. He acts like he's in a hurry. yeah, that's just what's going on in my life. Other than losing my dog of 10.5 years, and then the storm and the tree falling, everything else is going good. So yeah, you guys, it's just been hectic, and that's why I haven't posted. So hoping to get to posting more. So hopefully you guys will watch my videos. As I've told y'all before, I'm still trying to get this channel monetized. I do have a lot of subscribers, but I don't have the watch hours to get this channel monetized at the moment. So that's what I'm trying to do. I have been doing DoorDash and Spark some, even though I'm not supposed to be working. But you guys, we just can't make it. We're going to make it better now that we've moved than we were over there, because this house is still my daughter's. Of course, I gave it to her, so that's still going to be her house. So she does pay the taxes and the insurance on it, so we're not responsible for that. My car's paid for, my husband's is not. So we just got one car payment. So yeah, and I think he only owes like $6,000 left on his car. So it's going to be a lot easier over here. But I've been, just trying to DoorDash. I don't Spark as much because sometimes on Spark there's a lot of big orders or shopping orders. You have to pick up dog food and cases of water and stuff like that. I can do it, but my back will let me know about it afterwards. So I prefer not to do that because I don't want to damage my back worse than it already is. So yeah, other than that, everything's going good. We're good. We're going to make it. God will see a way through, and we will be just fine. So just wanted to get on here and chit-chat. I'll let you guys go. This video is already 13 minutes long, so I'll get off of here and talk to you guys in the next one. God bless.